This is our lesson number 101, L101, that is part 12 of the Geodepic Gmail lesson series in Sapphire Kingdom Gemology. We are starting the lesson immediately. Today I thought to teach you the name Tenebrescent. Tenebrescent, you should understand this. The zircon here, mention the zircon here. Tenebrescent zircon gains color from exposure to ultraviolet light and sitting in the dark. Color fades with intense incandescent light. Tenebrescent zircon gains color from UV exposure and also sitting in dark. Lost colors with intense incandescent illumination. So you should understand what is the meaning of tenebrescent. For example, here, tenebrescence. This is two spectacles mentioned here. One is when it is in indoor, the white color glass convert to blue color when we go outdoor. Some version is there here. White color change to pink. There are a lot of colors today we can find it. This is when we go outside, it is changing color. It is a glass. So glass also changing colors. This is called photochromism. Photochromism. Reversible photochromism. When we go outside, the color changes. When we go inside, the color is there. So this is called tenebrescence or reversible photochromism. So you should understand that reversible photochromism means tenebrescence. Both words are same happening. See here, crystal blue frame. This is the sunglass. Convert the glass is converting the color from indoor to outdoor. This one is blue, convert into blue. This one is convert into pink. So some other, maybe there are a lot of colors today we have. So the color change when exposed to sunlight is called tenebrescence or reversible photochromism. So you should understand that this word. Glass also created by the earth inside the ground. And the gems also created by earth inside the ground. Like glass, the gems also mention the tenebrescence. That is the thing we should understand. We should learn. So we are moving to that. Here reversible photochromism, tenebrescence in gemstones. The color change that occurs in gems when exposed to sunlight called reversible photochromism. See here. What is this? Hackmanite is the main example. Suitable a main example is hackmanite. Is most common gemstone with tenebrescence. It gains color with UV exposure like this, loses it with incandescent light, and is stable in the dark. The color usually fades within a few days when exposed to normal white light. It is hackmanite's behavior. It gains colors by UV exposure, loses this color with intense incandescent illumination, stable it in dark. It is hackmanite. Exposure to standard white light will fade color in matter of days usually. It is hackmanite. This is hackmanite stone as example for you. Tenebrescence and fluorescence. Tenebrescent gemstones almost always fluoresce yellow, orange, red in low UV light. Short wave, long wave. LW means long wave UV. When it is in usable, it will change color to yellow, orange, red like this. Uncharged hackmanite is like this. Charged hackmanite. Under the Lone wave UV, it becomes red. So tenebrescent gemstones almost always fluoresce yellow, orange, red in lone wave ultraviolet. So this is, remember this. And sapphire fluorescence. When we see the sapphire, tenebrescent sapphire fluorescence, shall we see? This is visible light. In visible light, this is the color. Under the fluorescence, in tenebrescent sapphires, it will change the color. Lone wave UV fluorescence, it changes the color. Some sapphires also happening like this, tenebrescent. Tenebrescence and fluorescence, both are same. Little bit change. Tenebrescence and fluorescence. Uncharged Heckmanite is here. Charged with the light, more darkable, more dark stone. And the lone wave ultraviolet, under the lone wave ultraviolet, it is giving reddish yellow color. It is Heckmanite, very famous for this. This is zircon. This color fades with intense incandescent light, like this. This color goes to this, fading. Tenebrescent zircon gains color from exposure to ultraviolet light and sitting in the dark. The color gains with the UV light and sitting in the dark. With the intense incandescent light, it will fade. So tenebrescent zircon gains color from UV exposure and also by sitting in dark. Loses color with intense incandescent illumination. It is zircon, tenebrescent zircon. This is tuctopite. Tuctopite is another gemstone. Can show tenebrescent well. See the stones. The colors are picked up by exposure to ultraviolet rays. Even daylight is sufficient after sitting in the dark. After sitting in the dark, one daylight is enough to change the color. Tuctopite is a rare mineral from Greenland, sometimes gemmy. Sometimes we can get gemmy materials. Gains color from UV exposure. Even daylight exposure is enough after sitting in dark to change the color. It is tuctopite. You know the two stones, Heckmanite, tuctopite, and another small change is given by the zircon and some sapphires. The color gains. Some rare scapolites. Scapolite is another gem. Some rare scapolites is gaining color like this. The color gains with UV exposure like this, but fades within seconds. Within seconds, it fades. It is scapolite. Some rare scapolite is tenebrescent. Not all scapolites. Gains color with UV exposure. Within seconds. Sunlight also enough. What is here? Color unstable sapphire gems. We can see. Color unstable sapphire gems are yellow sapphire and Padmaraj sapphire. Also visible. The color fades with exposure to visible light or darkness. When one Padmaraja stone, 5 carat 1 stone, submitted to the GIA, this is the color. After stability test, this is the color. So it changes the color. Tenebrescent sapphire. Color unstable sapphires are tenebrescent as well. Color unstable sapphires, for example, for color unstable sapphires are yellow sapphire and Padmaraj sapphire. Are tenebrescent as well. Gain color with UV. That's why a lot of people use UV to color the stones. Lose color with exposure to visible light or in the dark. This happens to GIA after submitting the 5 carat stone. I explained earlier in the version, I forgot the number. And after stability test, it gains the color again. So They confuse what happens. So when you are buying yellow sapphire and Padmaraja, you have to do the stability test. Very important. Unexpected reaction to stability test. When submitted, this is the color. After stability test, this is the color. Padmaraja. Then, unexpected reaction to stability test. Rarely, some sapphires have passed through the lab which gain color after stability test. Often just on the boundary of Padmaraja before but pass after stability test. Before it is not passing. Rarely, some sapphires have been through the laboratory and will acquire the color after stability testing. Often only at the pre-emergence limit, but passes the stability test later. So remember carefully. Let's watch, learn, and remember the next part of the Geuda Pichime story lesson series. Lesson 102, part 13 next, in next day. Okay, we are stopping now.